All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was deep. Welcome back to Let's Talk Rockets, episode 53. Um, well, the trade deadline soon. I swear, people don't like basketball, and we're gonna just take this podcast here to the moon because I can't stand some of these dudes. It's just on my damn timeline. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Everybody wants to trade Jalen Green for a bag of chips, and we might deal with some Wi-Fi issues, but we are back here in Chicago, Illinois. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, whatever. Most importantly, this is a podcast that is available on streaming platforms. And I appreciate you guys so much. We really don't promote this at all. And you guys eat it up on specifically Spotify. So thank you all. The link's down below. Let's Talk Rockets. If you are listening to this on a streaming platform, you're actually sweet. You're sweet with it. If you don't mind tossing a 5-star, I'd appreciate it. Anyways, neither here nor there. Oh, throw this in. We might have some Wi-Fi difficulties. That's why we are 20 minutes delayed. What's up, Charlie? What's up, Joshua? Let's just get right into a tweet here. What's up, Pedro? OG. Here we go. All right, breaking news, guys. This is the most important thing you'll see today. The Boston Celtics and the Phoenix Suns are showing interest in Jae'Sean Tate. So I would imagine Kevin Durant or Jason Tatum's coming back in that package because I don't know why you would trade for Jae'Sean Tate unless you plan on building your franchise around him. That's it. That's the joke. Here's what we really got here. All right. So per Kelly Iko, the Rockets have interest in the following names: Mikal Bridges, that's not interested. Kelly Olynyk, Clint Capella, Andre Drummond, Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon. Not moving, Elbrin Şengün, a.k.a. Penguin. Unlikely to move, Cam Whitmore. Come on, dude. What are we doing here? None of the 4 players. If you're listening audioly, Garlic Aioli, Cam Whitmore, Ahmed Thompson, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith, unlikely to move. That's pretty funny. None of those guys are getting traded. The Rockets trade deadline is going to be very interesting to me. All right. So the last time we did a podcast, I hate calling it a damn podcast. Last time we did LTR, Let's Talk Rockets. The last time we were in a long-term relationship, guys, 8 days ago, Jalen Green was struggling. He was suffering. And in the last 3 games, he's had 2 30-point bombs. And I was just looking back on it while I was waiting for this Wi-Fi to fix itself. And everybody wanted Jalen Green traded 2 weeks ago. It just absolutely baffles me. Don't listen to goofballs on Twitter. Jalen Green is most likely not getting shipped out. I know we have a bundle of first-round draft picks. We have a bundle of trade assets that we can do. Just the thing, I don't even know what Mikal Bridges does for me. I hate the Jalen Green trade rumors, but I do think we will get rid of Jae'Sean Tate, Chuck Landell, and Victor Oladipo, and maybe a guy like Aaron Holiday or Reggie Bullock will be thrown in there for salary purposes or, spicing it up, whatever it is. The Rockets are probably only going to make, I hope, most 2 trades. And so we're going to talk about that today. The trade deadline, I believe, is February 8th. It could be February 9th. And 3-team trade. Rockets get both Tatum and KD for Tate. What's up to our man, our OG, Thomas Perry? Let's get this banner going, man. Buying weed, be back for 3rd. We'll do that one. The Rockets play basketball tonight. We are not live streaming it, unfortunately, but we are. Yeah, don't give up on Green. Cam Whitmore's a dog. Cam Whitmore's unbelievable, unlikely to move. It's funny because we're in these trade rumors right now with Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams. The Rockets have interest in both of those 2 players. And it's funny because I used to make a lot of Blazers videos. I used to stream a lot of Blazers games. And so I have a lot of Blazers fans on, the main channel. And so I follow some of these dudes on Twitter. And sometimes the first thing I'll see on Twitter is damn, Cam Whitmore might be untouchable. It's yeah, I think people thought we were going to give up Cam Whitmore for Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon isn't shit. It's just trade value, trade packages is just so funny from fan base to fan base to fan base because you'll have just absurd takes here. Anyways, it's Hello Kitty night. Is that true? big if true. I went to WWE night. That was cool. So I have to go to Houston in February, and we're going to a Rockets game, and so we're gonna have to figure that out. But I'll let you guys know as soon as I do. All right. Anyways, let's get back on track here. Right. I just noticed 2 years ago on this channel was the first ever live stream. I think I was probably in my last year of college, and yeah, it was right here in the office in the stew. We got my oh, you can't see it. I look like Justin Bieber in that picture. It was the trend, it was the fad. Anyways, I love the idea of Kelly Olynyk. As you guys know, we talk about Kelly Olynyk on this channel. It feels like every other day. As far as the other guys go, Malcolm Brogdon's an interesting piece. It appears to me the whole Amin Thompson, Cam Whitmore duo. I'm absolutely loving Cam Whitmore just feasting. I think this dude is an absolute superstar unit. And who knows, he could be the franchise player. Amin Thompson, my issue with a lot of this trade packages, I worry what Malcolm Brogdon would do for this team as far as minutes wise. I think a lot of people tend to forget that the Rockets were the worst team in the NBA or a bottom three team in the NBA for the last 3 years. And so I don't want to speed anything up that doesn't need to be sped up. I've seen like a Jalen Green and, Jayshawn Tate and like 2 firsts or something like, packages like that for these not even superstars. And I think it's just too early to make a move like that. And so, I talk about it all the damn time. A backup guard who's, Malcolm Brogdon going to get solid minutes. It worries me, but at the same time, I do think he will help contribute to winning basketball. And at the same time, man, I'm on Thompson, Cam Whitmore. Unless an injury happens, I don't think they're going to be reaching, like 30 minutes a night at any point on the regular season when we're fully healthy. So I like these deeper depth moves. I think Andre Drummond is awesome. I would love to get Clint Capella back on the Houston Rockets. I love the idea of Robert Williams. It's just, he's out for the season. So that's unfortunate. But Malcolm Brogdon is a guy who I'm starting to, come around to a little bit more. I'd still prefer, like a Colin Sexton and Kelly Olynyk trade, but I think especially the way Sexton's been playing, and especially the way the Jazz look this season, I wouldn't even be shocked if they don't even move either of those two guys. My concern with trading for Kelly Olynyk is you got these, big time teams that I think are going to step on in here and just give up. Like here, just an example, like a Lakers, Jalen Hood Schifino. Would you rather have Jalen Hood Schifino or, Jayshawn Tate and a couple of second round picks? So a backup center here, as Pedro was saying in the chat. I remember the game winner against the Wizards when you lit up one stream. I actually think that was the game I was talking about, or the stream I was talking about from 2 exact years ago. That's awesome. Got great memory. Appreciate you, Pedro. Backup center is just money. We got some stats here. I don't need to pull it up on the screen. The Houston Rockets, this might surprise some people, the third best defensive rebounding team, the fifth best rebounding team, only 4.5 blocks. I'm a Bulls fan, as you guys know, and I would just absolutely adore having Andre Drummond on this team. Like, Andre can come in here. You can give him 15 minutes. You can give him 20 minutes. If Şengün gets ill or, spraying something, you feel comfortable and confident playing Andre Drummond. And it's not like I'd probably be playing Andre 35 a night with Jabari at the helm, but I do think Andre Drummond is perfect for this team. It still just seems a little. My issue with the Hawks Capella is I don't know why he wouldn't be in a DeJounte Murray trade, maybe financially, but like if I'm the Lakers, dude, I'm gonna trade for both of them. Anyways, I don't, like just off the dome, like Landell, Depot, and Tate for Capella, like not that package exactly, but compilation of that. I don't really think Atlanta's licking their chops for that. Expensive backup. But I do think it would just be great to get a guy, if we're trading for Capella, give him 25 a night as the backup big and just see where that goes. It just, doesn't seem realistic that I'd wake up tomorrow and, check my phone and see that the Rockets just traded for Clint Capella. Brogdon seems very realistic as far as waking up to a trade and seeing, Woj, wow, Malcolm Brogdon's now a Rocket, because the Blazers are the Blazers, and I don't even know what the hell they're trying to do. They're like benching Scoot Henderson. They're just starting the wrong guys. I don't know what's going on in Portland. They got a lot of talent, but Robert Williams could be in that trade, and I think he fits it perfectly as well. Everybody watching this who wants to chat it up, we're going to get rid of this buying weed banner. Let's see what we got. We'll do smoking. Hold up. I'll get rid of this. No, it's too big. I need a ticker. Just let's get Bucks pack back on here. Yeah, fuck yeah. KPJ 50 bomb. KPJ is here to stay. That quote did not age well. I'm a huge KPJ supporter, and I've tried to stay away from anything that's happened since he's been off the team because it does not look good. Sometimes he got takes that don't take well. Anybody watching this, who would you like to trade for if you're the Houston Rockets GM, Raphael Stone? Can Cam Whitmore win Roddy if given more minutes? Absolutely not. Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, those two guys are locks for 1 and 2 in the Rookie of the Year candidacy, but I don't think Cam Whitmore would be anywhere close to it. Cam Whitmore on the season, 16.4 points per game, 11 points. The fact that this dude comes in just in such limited playing time just absolutely lights it up. Guys, he's got almost 3 straight 20-point games, 18 minutes, 20 points, right at LeBron James's throat, the greatest basketball player of all time. This dude does not shy away. I love his tenacity. I love his intensity. And I think Cam Whitmore, as far as the future of the Houston Rockets, looks pretty freaking good. And it does make the Jalen Green situation a little bit more interesting. Cam needs more minutes. I think they're good easing him in here. 18, 29, 20, 14, 27, 27, 9, 23, 28. I do think it's important that he gets at least 15 minutes a night, just so he's feeling it. 24 against Charlotte. That was awesome. The LaMelo Ball and Cam Whitmore trash talk beef was just an absolute sight to see, sight to hear. I've been out of the Rockets Twitter game for a while, so let's hit the tweets. Jae'Sean Tate's attracting interest from the likes of the Celtics Suns. Interesting. League sources say the Rockets are exploring the center market, keeping tabs on the following players. Everybody we just mentioned: Clint Capella, Robert Williams, Kelly Olynyk, Andre Drummond. Nobody said any player that they would trade for. Thank you, everybody. It's okay. I'll recover. Won't be easy, but I'll recover. So maybe try to say a name would be awesome. Jabari Smith Jr. unbelievably underrated as well. I remember making a video with Nick right when we moved to Florida. Feels like ages ago. It was just a little over a year ago on Jabari Smith Jr.'s future on the Houston Rockets. This dude is doing a phenomenal job. Who's like a Twitter guy who like posts rumors? Are these the only rumors that we got here? Mikal Bridges, even if Mikal Bridges was open for trade, I think I'm all set. Love Ime Udoka's philosophy, just in general. I'm suffering, guys. I got nothing here. Oh, here was the trade. Mikal Bridges for Jalen Green, Victor Oladipo, and two firsts. That's highway robbery, says do your homework. Rockets tripping. Interesting. I don't really know what to do with that. Per Mike A. Scotto. Interesting. Throwing the middle name in there. The Rockets tried to trade for Mikal Bridges. Houston was prepared to send back several of Brooklyn's unused remaining draft picks from the James Harden trade, but talks never got to the stage because the Nets declined to entertain anything for Bridges when Houston inquired. NBA Central, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be tweeting about Rockets rumors. It seems like this is all we really got. I'm on the Dunk Central. I think that's different. Houston Rockets are keeping tabs on Clint Capella, Robert Williams, Kelly Olynyk, and Andre Drummond. Boston Celtics and Phoenix Suns are showing interest in Jae'Sean Tate. The Brooklyn Nets have zero interest in any deal involving Mikal Bridges. He's completely untouchable. Awesome. That works for me. Teams aren't excited about dealing for D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes he texts back, sometimes he don't. Mario Chalmers on relationship with LeBron James. Kelly Olynyk. Kelly O return. Ime sucks offensively. No motion in offense. I wonder if Thomas Perry's still listening to this. Man, we're just struggling to get going. Jalen needs the ball in his hands. And about 2 weeks ago, before these 30-piecers with no sauce because he's here to play, not messing around, people wanted Freddie to stay for 3 years and then, move like Jalen into a hybrid point guard role off of the bench. People have such unrealistic expectations for 21-year-old basketball players in the league here. I forget who it was. Somebody was saying, it was a former NBA player, like, don't give up on Jalen Green. Jalen Green's just fine. The Rockets, we had no identity at any point in the last 3 seasons. And Jalen and Kevin and all these guys they got free reign. Our guards just have free reign, right? Just put the ball in the basket, man. Get your footing in the NBA and try and win us some basketball games. And now you bring in Ime Udoka, you bring in a point guard, you bring in a certain culture, you try to establish this culture, new scheme. It's just a new role. He's got to learn his role. And it's not even just a Jalen Green thing. Like, all of the Rockets players, especially our youngsters, are trying to find a role on this team. One thing I found really interesting is Tari Eason, because, Tari Eason's a dude who should be starting. But, at the same time, I'm perfectly comfortable with him getting 25 minutes a night off of the bench, being our little energizer bunny. But it is a little interesting if our future is... I saw something where it was like, all of the Rockets fans think Tari Eason's untouchable. Who's the trade chip that it was like a 1-for-1? Was it Tari Eason for Quentin Grimes or Tari Eason for Josh Hart? I think it was Quentin Grimes, and like Knicks fans were, thinking that was just not the good move because it's Quentin Grimes and all you're doing is trading for Tari Eason. But I do find it interesting, the future of Tari Eason being on this team, because, he was injured to start the year. And he's getting ramped up right now. Let's see, 25 minutes in the last 5 games. The dude's just a baller. I think his role right now is perfect, but it does bring up something interesting just to think about in the future, where it's like, at some point, the Rockets will trade their young talent. Whether it's Jalen Green, whether it's Tari Eason. Tari Eason's in a tough situation just because you have Jabari Smith Jr. and Alperen Sengun ahead of him. Now I got Cam Whitmore. KG called Jalen a future superstar. Wow, that's big praise from Kevin Garnett. I do think Jalen Green's a player you trade and then he just finally finds his footing. And I mean, like, you in a hypothetical trade to like a bad team. But I'm perfectly fine with the Rockets roster right now, and I would love a Andre Drummond, Kelly Olynyk. I'd prefer both of those two over Clint Capella. And that's really it. But it is something to think about, something to ponder about Tari Eason's future. And I think he's, like I said, I think he's in a perfect role right now. But he's so young, just like all these other Rockets players. Eventually, they will trade for a superstar. That day will come. It's not going to come this trade deadline. Might not even be next offseason. It might be a year from now. It might be 2 years from now, whatever it is. But they will unload their young talent at some point. And by unload their young talent, I mean use them as a chip with some first rounders to acquire a... I don't think Mikal Bridges is a superstar, but, Cat. Is Cat even a superstar? You guys get my point here. I think it was Kate. All right. That's it. We're ending it. Houston Rockets Daily is back. Let's Talk Rockets is back. Thank you for watching slash listening. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow. And yeah, if you're listening, thank you for listening. And if you're not listening, you should click the link in the bio and at least drop it a follow so we can just get back to dominating the Rocket sphere. All right. That's it. Enjoy tonight's game. We'll be back shortly.